Okay, in this example, we're going to be writing an equation in slope-intercept form with a table. Remember, slope-intercept form, you need the slope and you need the y-intercept. Okay, so if you look at your table, what are you given? Well, we're given a table of values. We are not given the slope, but we are given the y-intercept, okay? The y-intercept happens, if you think about a graph, a y-intercept is when it crosses this. So let's say we have a line. Okay, a y-intercept is when it crosses the y-axis. And when this happens, any point you pick, or whatever this is going to be 0 and a y value, because x is 0 here. So a y-intercept happens when x is 0. Okay, so if we go to the table, so this right here is our y-intercept, and so the y-intercept is actually the y value right here. So the y-intercept happens when x is 0, and it is the y value. So this table does give us the y-intercept. Now what are we missing? Well, we now know this, okay? We got this one. This is -1. Now we need to figure out m. Okay, well, we have a lot of points here. You can figure out this using any 2 points. So let's say I use the points -3, 5, and -2, +3, okay? I'm going to find the slope. Okay, slope formula. y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Okay, so this is my first point. This is my second point. So I am going to do 3 minus 5. So I'm taking this y value minus that y value. Now I'm taking this one, -2, minus -3. Now I have to write both of those down because I'm subtracting and it's a -3. So in the numerator, the top, 3 minus 5 is -2. In the bottom, if you remember from middle school, when you subtract a negative, that makes it positive. And so we're going to have a +1 there. So this simplifies to -2. So now we know the m is -2. Okay, so step 3, now just write your equation. Okay, well, we have all this information. So y equals, this is my slope, it goes in front of x, and then put the -1 at the end. Okay, let's do another example. So we have a table here. Now, in this table, remember I said a y-intercept happens when x is 0. Okay, well, there is no x equals 0 here, but we can look at the pattern and figure that out. Okay, so if I was to take this and I was kind of move it down, and I'm not going to write all the points, but let's say I write those. Okay, well, what's happening here? This is going up by 5, this is going up by 5. Okay, well, so if we go to the other direction, we could subtract 5. Now, what's the number of 2? 1. Well, what's the number of 1 on a table? 0. So if we subtract 5, well, what is 8 minus 5? It's 3. Now, what if we subtract 5 again? Okay, well, 3 minus 5 is -2. So now our y-intercept is this one right here. Okay, so we have the point 0, -2. So b is equal to -2. The y-intercept's -2 because I just continued my table going up. Okay, well, we still need the slope, so I can pick any 2 points. It doesn't matter which points you pick. I'm just going to use the first 2. They're good, they're positive, so that makes it nice and easy. Okay, slope formula again is you subtract the y's on top, you subtract the x's on bottom. So on top, the y is 13 minus 8. On the bottom, 3 minus 2. Okay, so that simplifies to 5. And now we can finish the problem. This was m. We know the m is 5, so 5 goes in front of x, and b goes at the end.